This is going to be a very short video, a prequel to a more in-depth analysis that perhaps will be recorded tomorrow. And this is Slavenius, who I believe you have a system of some kind of productivity or such you want to talk about. I mean, you can talk about whatever you wish to talk about. It doesn't have to be the system, but you did mention that.
Yeah. Well, I was reading the article about personal development for Enneagram types. And I can really relate to Enneagram 5 and their issues, such as, having issues staying in reality, avoiding conflicts, being uncomfortable in conflicts, also being under lots of stress and tension because of overthinking.
All right.
Because Enneagram 5 types can see lots of possibilities, but they have issues sorting them out. It sounds like any ego almost from Socionics.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to rely on somebody who's able to isolate possibilities and pick the best one for current situation. And also they're pro procrastinators. They can always find different activities, skills, and things to do just to avoid their obligations, thinking that's how they're going to gain confidence to accomplish their tasks.
All right. Well, I have a very hard time believing that everything that they do is to do with competence. And who is to say that the other activities aren't important? It's just a matter of discipline, really.
Yes, but sometimes I think that for Enneagram 5, it is really important for them to grow.
Any type 5. What is any type 5?
How do you mean?
Well, I know. I sort of know, but the other people don't know.
Oh.
So this is an Enneagram channel, so it's like they might just have just tuned in or something. So it's just like tell them what it is. What is Enneagram? I mean, what is Enneagram? I mean, do you perhaps is perhaps Enneagram itself is a very good system for helping people to find what they really want to do in life?
Yes, and not only that, it can help them if they find correct type to they can learn how to handle their issues they have in real life as well, and how to utilize their, because essential Enneagram is a system of emotional stimulation based on certain motives. You have this 9 types, and each of these 9 types have different approach to life, different view of life, essentially different motivations and different stimulations. And by actually satisfying these emotions, they are finding happiness in their life, and they're actually integrating or become the part of some other type, in the same time compensating for their weaknesses. While if they're unhappy, if they're not able to properly channel those motives, they disintegrate. They became even weaker versions, and they disintegrate into some other type, the negative version of that other type. For example, 5 will disintegrate into 7, and it will become the negative version of 7, talking, being scattered, not being able to focus, concentrate into anything. On the other hand, if they grow, they're gonna reach they're gonna gain wing 8, so they're going to be more assertive, maybe even confrontational, bossy. They will be able to honestly say what they think of other people without fear of not being able to.
Well, if they're positive, I mean, a positive asserter, 8 is the asserter. That they wouldn't. I don't think they would necessarily be bossy. they would be they because I don't think we often see positive 8. I see the positive 8 as being very much very protective rather than necessarily bossy.
Yes, but I've seen lots of 8s who are basically these bullies who dominate other
Well,
people.
they're unhealthy. They're very unhealthy, though, right? Yes. If they're bullies, they're unhealthy.
Yeah, I mean they behave like bullies. That's what I want to say. They
They do.
oppress others. They dominate others. They don't let others to express themselves, particularly in opinions they don't like. You know,
Yes, and
and
I
stuff of that
mean
nature.
the asserter 8. They are all about. They are very. Their fear is of being controlled. And the only way they can stop this fear is by control. It seems to be controlling others and controlling situations. It's a very. I think that they have a place, and they if I remember, they don't take advice. They are very hard to. They are. It doesn't look very good for an 8. Really, they won't change very easily.
Yes, and
So, hmm.
so what can you tell us about your type in Enneagram, and what's the personal growth for your type? I believe you're Enneagram type 6, if I'm correct.
Yeah, any type 6. They are. The growth, how the 6 grows. It's a curious question. I'm not 100% certain how to answer that. I have sort of there are various schools of thought on it. Really, one as you understand, there are various 6s. You have the phobic or the counterphobic, and I think the main way seems to be naturally becoming independent rather than forcing themselves into situations. That's, if you see what I mean. I mean, the six would perhaps aim for independence in a very forced way, that they'll take on too many responsibilities. So it has to really be the natural way. And I actually would say that being in a social role could help them. Yeah, in a way.
Could you explain how do you mean in social role?
Well, social role, really, that their path of integration is they integrate into the 9, which is the peacemaker. So they are independent, but they aren't necessarily having to prove themselves. So the 6, one of the things that most variants of 6.
Yeah, I understand. Hold on a second.
Mm.
Okay, here we are again.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yes, well, I think You mentioned phobic and counterphobic. Now, from my perspective, wing six, I mean, Enneagram 5 wing six also can be divided into phobics and counterphobics because they have wing six. So I would say, for example, I know that I have a university professor who lectures mathematics. And I would say he's also the same Enneagram as I am because I can notice lots of similar gestures and the way how he explained things and stuff. But I would say he's more of a counterphobic wing six. You know, he's the one who can get defensive. You know, who can start criticizing others in self-defense, particularly criticizing authority. He's really
Mm,
revolutionary professor. You know, he's not that status quo professor. You know, he will
mm,
talk with students publicly what he thinks about the government and politics and
mm,
how the
mm.
university is ruled, you know, and stuff like that. He will tell his opinion and things. Well, I would be more phobic wing six, but I just I don't understand quite what's the difference. What's the
I
difference?
didn't. But that's odd. I don't see. I don't connect. I don't connect attributes of phobic and counterphobic to the wings. In fact, what I have observed of the Enneagram is that people have both wings. There's not one wing or the other. They have both. That they switch. They gravitate between the two. And I can see that. I mean, I can see that in interactions with you. There's the four attributes, and there are six attributes. I've never heard before that one has the negative wing. It's not. I'm not suggesting that you've learned incorrectly. It's just that I've learned it in a different way. It's my way is not that way. But the thing about six is they seem to all be. I wouldn't necessarily say they are against authority, but they are definitely against. They are suspicious, and they really will not follow rules that don't make any sense. That is pointless. I mean, even silly things. I mean,
Yes.
there are silly
Um,
rules that everybody follows.
yeah.
And if I can break a rule and it doesn't affect anybody negatively, I can't. I mean, it's like I cannot understand the way people think. That okay, so I will take. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, really. Um, but it is tricky. It's tricky. I mean, I would be very interested to see more of the Enneagram videos. But do you notice though? But do you find that the people in videos tend to be extremes of their Enneagram type?
Uh,
Or,
not so much. I would not say
yeah.
so. Maybe in sense of some negative stereotypes like being socially clumsy and being single and having issues with relationship. But I've also seen uh, some Enneagram fives who are, you know, just I would say average, normal. I really don't know what you're saying because I know some of these stereotypes, but I'm not sure that all of them are, you know, presented in those people that promote Enneagram. Or maybe I'm wrong.
All right. It's very hard. I I don't like any of the Enneagram tests online that I've seen. They didn't help me at all.
Yeah,
It
I
takes a
agree.
lot of information.
Yes, and I also I did my own research, and you know I read first the description of types, gut
Hmm.
body types you can call them, feeling
Body
types.
types. So I haven't heard about that.
Well, yes, that's another name for gut types or body types.
Oh
So
right. Yes. Yeah.
their instincts, their primal nature. So
Oh,
to
the
speak.
instinctive variants. Oh yeah. Oh god. It's getting really complex. Maybe too complex for me. Yeah.
Maybe not. But
Maybe not.
in general, I first identified an thinking type, then I, use the process of elimination later on. But I still have issues finding my tree type,
Oh, right.
finding
Okay.
my emotions type and gut type. But I think I'm 9 in when it comes to body or gut type because I'm not so confident in taking over other people's territory. Eights are confident. One are they're angry, or when they want to defend or when they want to assert their principles or ideas or ideologies. Nines kind of avoid conflict as much as possible.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sorry about that. They're tri types. Now I'm going to look at the tri types. I know my. I mean, I know my tri type. I did have I did have help. I confirmed it with somebody else. Uh, it's very tricky. It's very tricky. I think the I mean the enneagram that I learned, they actually do. I've learned 2 systems, and they do suggest, either people have one wing, or that is strong, and slightly some of the other. Some people have no. So some people have no wings. They suggested, but I don't follow this at all. There's another system. There's another system that has the 2 wings. I'm going by the 2 wings, which I do find helpful. 684. Oh yeah, right. Well, I'm going to go through some different 5 types, maybe. But do you want to hear my tri type, or do you think the casual listener would be interested to hear?
Well, you could tell about your TDA because you're a host, and you might, in the same time, tell something more about yourself.
Well, I still want to hear your system, but we can talk about that tomorrow. 4, 5. That's not the one.
And maybe you can help me to try to find my tree type, or at least other anagram types I have beside the core type.
All right. Well, you have the scholar. This is a type of 5. This is one type. 5. This is 458 or 548 or 845. The darkest dry type is 458. The lighter is the 584. Okay, this is called the scholar archetype. They're described as the most intense enneatype, particularly if they have a sexual or social variance. Right. They are intuitive, knowledgeable, and direct. They're the type that really craves to know what makes people tick, and they build mental or internal maps that are quite astute, and they wish to know what makes people do what they do. Poorly, yeah. This tends to be, it tends to be the darkest of the tri-types because of their intensity. And the fact that this combination of the 3 types makes the particularly if they have if the 4 or the 5 are leading, there is a propensity or tendency towards the grotesque anatomical, and intensely esoteric, that has, of course, been interested in mysticism. This is the true scholar, and the life mission is to share whatever information is found. The blind spot is that the three types can be prone to arrogance and the attachments, the internal map of what they've found can make them blind to any new information that comes in. So there will be a tendency to become fixed in their worldview or ideas, particularly about what people about people, and will not take in new information. All that. So while the map is quite extraordinary, they may miss a whole region and thus not have the full picture. This is also the most cynical, and the tendency is to be overly opinionated and can make people turn off to their wisdom. But apparently, when they are when they're an eight type of this, they'll be more compassionate. Yeah. Right. So let's go back.
So, before we continue, have you been reading about your tree type, or?
Oh yeah, this is mine. This is one of the fives. Mine. I'm going to go down to mine. Right. The truth teller, and there's actually, by the way, there is a video on this tri-type. So the truth teller, or whistleblower. Right. Okay. Let's go down. This is 648 or 468 or 864. Okay, the 684 is constantly calling off truth as they see it, and it sounds like typical INTJ actually. This tri-type, which I'll continue. They come out with the truth as they see it, and they see it as their business to warn people of the potential downfalls and pitfalls in the emotional and mental world. It's the type in each center that is truth-telling and tends to be the most reactive, even hyper-reactive. It's apparently there are a sexual subtype, which is true, which I am a sexual subtype of 6. In case I didn't mention that. I won't mention it again, but they're seen as very social too. There's a tendency to feel an acute sense of disappointment because their incredible accuracy, or we can say accuracy, this is an easier word, at seeing the problems ahead or the potential pitfalls of any situation. And it causes them to misunderstand their reactivity and emotionality. If the person is 468, 684, they are intuitive, inquisitive, and direct. That's the story of my life, being direct. They want to be original, certain, and straightforward. They're highly sensitive, track inconsistencies, and are like the canary in the coal mine. In case, just to explain what it is, people put canaries in coal mines, and the canary would whistle if there was gas in the mine, and the canary would come out dead. The canary would warn miners if there were toxic gases in the mine. They call off unspoken agendas, motives, and emotions. They are also very intense and can at times be rebellious and emotionally reactive. Their life mission is to identify what is insincere and what is not as it seems, and alerts other people to potential hazards. They are whistleblowers. They are happiest when they are in the position to help others, as I said earlier, from being misled. They can be focused on what can go wrong. They tend to be focused on what can go wrong and on potential hazards. And they may miss how controlling they are and how they impact on others and what is truly important and meaningful. 468, characterized by an intensity. Right. And so these are the kind of variants of the 468, 684, etc., etc. 468 is the hothead, and they're characterized by their reactivity, which your 4 would be reactive. I'm going down to my particular, yeah. So they 468 is inclined to be a truth teller, and they take great risks. They carry a lot of anger, shame, protectiveness, but they also have a lot of courage. The 6 and the 8 are combined sexual instincts. It's curious, very curious. Let's go down. Sounds pretty accurate to me. I haven't found any others that fit. It sounds like, yeah.
Is that for you, or
I can't hear you.
is that tree type for you, or
To me, this is mine.
actually, browsing through the Facebook, and now I found this one guy from USA that posted about Bernie Sanders.
All right.
These people are really fanatical about these elections.
All right, Carrie, please continue. I hate the Democrat Party, by the way. I hate some of the people they have as potential politicians. I hate that. I really dislike that politics. What the Democrat Party has turned into. So I'm very happy to hear anything about Bernie Sanders. But I don't claim to know very much about the guy. At present, it's
Our world is tropical. That's what I'm going to say. Do you still have presence in VSS?
Yeah, sort of present. Yeah, I'm much more present in WSS Delta. I observe in WSS. I do not contribute. That is how it's going to be for the time being. I will not unless I don't. I will. I refuse to have hangouts with most people from WSS, but I may have some. So I seem to recall that people on the WSS Delta group were posting some quite nasty things about me, John. Which I find most flattering that they care that much to write such things about me.
Have you?
I haven't found. No, I haven't found the particular comment that was questioning my mental soundness yet. I haven't found that comment.
But they tend to do that.
I mean, what I find fascinating is how the person who posted this comment, how she denies it. Oh, you know,
Yes.
absolutely disgust, absolutely incredible. You know, that's I said. I mentioned. I said, well, you know, if I'm dangerous, as dangerous as you suggest, or you obviously have no idea. You have no idea what I could do. You know, it's a
Well, the
very
thing is,
silly thing to post.
but it seems it's hard to track that because
Mm.
any valuing type they just run away from the topic and start talking about something else. So they don't have consistency you would expect from ni valuing types.
Mm.
That's the problem.
Well, these are. I want to. I just want to know. I'm just interested in their motives. What you know. WSS Delta is run by an 18-year-old. Fucking hell! Oh God! What what are they thinking?
19-year-old in relation with her duel.
Hmm.
But it doesn't matter. What matters is that she does a solid job for her years.
Oh no! I don't wish to. I don't wish to. I don't wish to put her down. It's just. It's. I'm certain she can do what she is supposed to do, but you know what I mean. But have you? What about your system? I mean, are you going to talk about your system tomorrow? Then
Yeah.
maybe just use any RAM. You know.
Well, anyways, I just want to inform you that there's this another group where people also gather for Sosianic purposes. It was founded by you fucking piece of shit, Mrs. J. You
Oh,
know who's
Miss J, Miss JB,
yeah, Miss JB.
Harpy. Oh yeah. Oh God. And would that be the training grounds
No,
or
no.
diagnostics?
She just have a group called Sationics with the first letter being big and the other letters being small.
Ah, I see. Hmm.
I might invite you if you want in that group.
Yeah. Okay.
I just go in there.
Yeah. I have my own. I have a secret socionics group on Facebook. It's really secret. It's invitation only.
Yeah, I have added you to the group.
Ah, fantastic.
I hope nobody's gonna. No, there's
Wow.
no. Have you?
Here we are. Here we are. Thanks. Oh wow, fantastic.
No probs, but this
Hmm.
is and there's this guy Chris Cole who is just typical Enneagram 3 focused on his vanity, just posting bullcrap, you fucking piece of shit videos, about him being anti-J. Well, actually, he's gamma SF of some sort.
Huh. Well, I don't know. I'm certain. No, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and certainly he knows himself. But
Peter Bartle, a bit younger version,
all
more
right.
cocky, fancy one.
I still haven't watched Peter Bartle's videos. I may at some time create socionics videos. I don't know. They will. I mean, they will be on this channel because the fact is that it does some videos need to be an hour long, right? Whereas the other channels that I've got, I can only have 15-minute videos. When YouTube started, people were only allowed to upload 9-minute videos until they stayed with YouTube for a bit longer. Then they get an extension, or they could ask for special circumstances where they can upload bigger videos. But something I've noticed about YouTube is that they used to have a direct upload system. They haven't got that anymore. They're taking it off.
I'm going to check his video, fucking piece of
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Cursing, but he annoys me. You know, I'm annoyed by this anagram 3 retards. You know, so I'm telling lots of curses. I just have I think I have a real life friend. Not he's not friend. He's acquaintance. Who's also like this. You know, so he annoys me. You know, anagram 3 annoys me. Really, how they can brag and how they can fucking retardedly, idiotically show off and whatnot. You know, faking sometimes that they're intellectual, faking sometimes they're anagram 8. They're basically chameleons of the anagram.
Ah.
I mean, those core types at least.
Hmm.
When you don't have a primary 3 type, when you don't have primary anagram 3, I guess that's more subdued. Those characteristics. And he supposedly say that Michael Barlow says you're not an MTJ though, and then some guy called Joseph Milberg says which type then, and then Michael Barlow says INFP. I know him personally. And then Chris Cole says in his defense, if they change their minds and move to INFP, I would accept that too. So you can clearly see here from the first sentence is whatever other people wants him to be, that's what he will be. You know,
Hmm.
approach. And then said you should message Ron LaPlante and Mrs. J fucking D if she's still up for that. By the way, it's not against the
Oh, Rowan the Plant blocks me on Facebook. Rowan.
Yeah.
So,
And then some guy called Carl Pietrek says that he's LA and that the video is painful to watch.
all right.
Because the Carl is SCI.
Have you spoken with Hannah Ronicon Mackie?
Wait a
Very pretty girl.
I think she's ESI.
Huh. Do you know what I don't like? I won't talk to people. I won't talk to people if they if they have the gay pride flag as a profile picture. I won't talk to them. I have nothing to say to them.
She's very Well, the Sweden is delta. Well, some part of Scandinavia is delta land, so I'm not surprised. Lots of deltas there, and alphas. I reckon.
I didn't. Oh yeah. But she has a Finnish surname. That isn't a Swedish surname. But she likes certain TV programs that I know are Swedish.
Oh.
So my estimation is she's quite possibly Swedish.
Yeah. Also, this is one of my crazy theories. Maybe those people who were typing Yaeli, maybe they're right. But then again, if that is true, then Jack is not Yaeli, then he's better than F or something.
Who is Yaeli?
Maybe Jack is not Yaeli. That's what I said.
Jack is. I don't know what Jack is, but I know you are not.
Yeah. So how many Yaelis you know from real life?
I've met a few. I've met quite a few. I know them, right? I just they're not. I don't find them that difficult to spot. The Isles that come to mind. Who's its name? I'll have to type the name. It's a guy called You type Steph Bot on YouTube. It isn't a typology. It isn't Socionics or MBTI. Steph Bot, or he's only Peter Schiff. It's Schiff. Very oily. Tom Baker. They're not people I've met, but
What about Peter A. Man?
Who? I don't know.
Wait, am I right? Maybe we should check. Are you on Socionics group by any chance? What I would ask from you is.
I don't think any of my viewers care about Socionics actually, but
you will just do one.
There are no viewers either.
Check this Chris Cole guy's video called ENTJ example of how anagram is interesting. You could see maybe based on vibe or something how you could type them, or maybe.
I need you to tell me which of these people are good and which of them are idiots, because I don't want to meet anybody like Miss J again, or that one what's her name, Linda Kniz, that horrible bitch, cunt.
Maybe you should give her Cantonese.
Oh, yeah, this is Chris Cole, ENTJ.
Yeah, you can see he's pretty much proud to. He's too show offy for NTJ. I mean, NTJs can show up, but that's too much. Even if he's anagram 3, I think that's too much.
But these are very rude people. Someone said LIE, the video is painful to watch. Fucking hell, my god, rude people. I don't like Socionics people very much. I really don't.
Yeah, they sometimes behave like mindless retards, unfortunately.
Mind?
I've seen people like him in real life, but I have issues typing them. Is he Delta NF? Is he Gamma SF? Is he Alpha?
To me, it's like, I'm going to save this video. Oh, now this is interesting. This is curious. He said he apologized. This is my detective work. The first thing he said, Bill Spector, is he apologized for the video being too long, right?
Yeah.
And it's only 20 minutes long. How is that too long? And that tells you about his ability for concentration.
Yeah.
It's very strange, any type 3, if he is one. And it's very strange ENTJ if he is one. But it's 20 minutes isn't long. And why would he apologise for it being 20? Why would he apologise for it? Because certainly the ENTJ would only record a video that record stuff that is good, that is worthwhile, usually.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be pointless shit. But
Yeah,
he's very young.
yeah, but I think this is more done in self-promotion regards. He's probably training himself before he starts maybe filming some sort of I would say video series or something. So he's practicing with Satyanics, to check on his charisma, looks, the way how he says things. And so what type would you give him based on?
I don't know. I haven't watched. I mean, I've only seen the opening. Right. I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of a migraine, so I'm probably gonna have to leave this. I'll have to leave this hangout. Well, quite soon. You know.
Could I how to say this? Could I ask from you to maybe watch it
Oh, I'm
for
going
our
to watch
next?
it. Yeah, I will watch it. Yeah.
And also, if you could check Peter Bartlett's one, so we wouldn't waste time on Hangout, while you're watching, and we could just
Oh
discuss it.
yeah, yeah. We can. We can. That'd be good. Yeah. Fine. Hmm. Yeah, and what I'll
So
do is I will upload. Yeah, I'm not going to have. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'll probably upload those things to a different channel because I don't really want socionics on this channel.
yeah,
So I will.
this is Anagram dedicated channel.
Yeah. I mean, how often does how often does he make videos?
You mean Chris Cole guy?
Yeah.
Quite a lot, I would say.
What?
Really image oriented person. His YouTube name is let me just see. Okay, let me just say it. I apologize to all the viewers for cursing. It was in the impulsive reaction
Oh, you
on
can
me.
curse. You can go. I don't mind. I don't mind people cursing.
Yeah, but it drains energy. When you curse a lot, it just takes away your energy and focus.
I don't know.
Well, his name.
It doesn't. It doesn't sound very good. When I watch these heavy metal performances or heavy metal concerts and things, and it's like they're going, "Oh, hi, motherfuckers," and I think it just sounds awful. It
Yeah,
just sounds terrible.
yeah,
It doesn't sound cool. It doesn't sound rebellious. It just sounds stupid.
yeah.
You know?
That's why I avoid using curses. But
Yeah, good. Yeah.
when I'm pissed off by BS, sometimes I cannot restrain myself. Sometimes, not often. Okay, so his name is Bill Schechter.
Schechter, yes. Oh yeah, yeah. I know. I've got the video open. Yeah, I can see Schechter.
So yeah,
Why does he call himself Phil? Anyway,
his pseudonym, I guess.
do you know I've got so many subscriptions for this YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to log out. I'm gonna have to remove some of my subscriptions because I have so many. I can't follow them all. I have lots of subscriptions that I just don't care about, so I'm going to remove them. But I'm going to subscribe to Bill Schechter. I mean,
Let's hope you won't by mistake.
he looks like a wanker, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Why do you think he looks like wanker?
Your sense of self, I am loving. Well, that is not my sense of self at all. I don't think in those terms.
He sounds feminine.
People pleasing. People pleasing. I think I am sometimes. I mean, I try not to be because I see that as a weakness. But
gay. He's gay. He's gay.
Okay. Oh, that's why he sounds like a wanker.
Gay. Oh, yeah.
Have you met any similar people to him in real life?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I met some people. What happened?
So hang on. Let's watch some of his video. I'm going to just see.
Meaningless, okay? It's totally meaningless if you could justify anything, and then it's just basically it's meaningless. There's no content, right? It's just a label. It's just mythology or something. Okay, Enneagram has that problem, but in spades, because there's a bunch of theorists who say all kinds of different stuff, and there's who is to be the judge, right? At least socionics seems to have more of a coherent idea behind it.
Now, who's to be the judge? Now, I would say TI. TI is the judge. TI and NI are the judge. These are very strange, ENCJ.
For the most part. Okay, so another thing. I read a compelling article, don't remember where, by a guy, the guy who invented the motive system. So if you look up motive, MOTIV, personality test.
Yeah, we know how to spell motive, thanks.
You'll probably get something. On that same webpage, he has a criticism of the Enneagram where he goes in detail. He tried to statistically validate it. He found a large number of problems. A lot of the ideas don't hang together statistically when this was tested. Another thing, well, let's say he's wrong and his test wasn't getting to the core of it. That could always be right. We see that with socionics, right? However, his most compelling argument is basically that it was based on fraud. People pretend that it's this ancient symbol with all this ancient meaning, blah, 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 blah. That was basically mythology that got invented by Ikazo. I don't know. Anyway, the originator of the system was basically a little bit of a con man. He wasn't some kind of a prestigious guru. So that reminds me of Scientology, which in turn I'm not too enthusiastic about that.
Yawn. So essentially he's saying he doesn't fucking understand Enneagram. Right. That's strange. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be heading off now. I'll see you tomorrow.